kind of a chilly day in southern Appalachia today. Not too terribly cold, but not too warm either. Matt and I have come outside to get some fresh air and do a few little things outside. This is like the time of the year that it is muddy. We are in the mud season, as some people would call it. So we've been having lots of rain, we've been having some freezes and then some thaws, and that's left everything very muddy. The driveway's muddy. When you go up and down it, you're sinking into the mud. Walking back and forth to the chicken lot or to the greenhouse, you're walking in mud. So this is not a good time of the year to be outside and actually be digging in the dirt just because everything's so wet. But what we are going to do today, one thing, Matt's got to fix a place on the chicken lot. If you have chickens, especially ones that you have enclosed in a run, lots of times some of the general upkeep is that things are constantly trying to get in there to the chickens. So this morning, Katie went out to check on the chickens to give them some food, and she noticed that there was a big place in the fence in the run that had been overnight, had been pushed in. So something was trying to get in last night. Now at night, the chickens go up into their coop and we shut the door, so they would have been safe from anything that got into the pen, into the run. But anyway, Matt's got to fix that so that it doesn't happen during the day when the chickens are out and none of us are at home. And while he's doing that, I think I'm going to try to try to cut back some of our blackberry briars. This is the time of the year we start thinking about them, about the blueberry bushes, and about our apple trees. So I think I'm gonna start on the blackberries and see what I can accomplish up there. It's this time of the year. It's interesting to be out in the garden because as I look at the blackberries, it just looks like a garden of death. Nothing there, nothing growing, nothing green. Some leftover leaves from last year, but a whole lot of brown and kind of fallen over canes and some other plants where I had stuff planted up there, probably some weeds too. So it just looks like nothing. But it's amazing to think that just in a couple of months, there'll be green shoots. A month or so after that, I can begin to look forward to those first juicy blackberries of the year. Our blackberries did really good last year. These are tame blackberries that I'm talking about. We do have wild ones. The wild ones did really good last year too. We have wild ones in several different areas just around our house. So it's kind of weird to be in the garden this time of the year and see, kind of like I said, it just looks like a garden of decay up there as I look at that bed. But wonderful and inspiring and hopeful to know that pretty soon it won't look like that. There'll be the green of the new growth and then those wonderful luscious berries to look forward to. So we got the blackberries all trimmed back. Now we're not experts, and if you are an expert, you probably noticed that we're not experts. But what we do works for us, and that's just what we do. We've watched lots of videos in the past, read books and years ago, and we just kind of give it our best go, and it seems like it works out for us. But we're certainly not expert enough about pruning to advise anybody else, but it does feel good to get that chore done, and I think it looks better. Don't you think so? Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks better. Yeah. If you see all the building material laying around, you may be wondering about that. So that is the tin or the metal that was on our roof. We had our roof replaced. We didn't have the roof replaced. We went from metal to shingles.
Yes.
Yes. And Matt's the one that decided that we should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had of course, the metal since we'd first built the house, almost 28 years ago?
Yeah.
Getting on 28 years ago. And at that time, metal roofs were just the new thing in our area, probably popular in other places, but for here. And so we decided we wanted a red roof. We wanted a metal roof. And then me and Matt, probably mostly me, really worried over what color it was going to be when nobody can see it. But
you can't see it.
You have to be on the ridge, this ridge or that ridge over there to see it. Or an airplane, yeah. Anyway, but it was red. And that was the first metal roof Daddy and Matt had ever done. And you wished immediately you had done things differently.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I mean, it served its purpose fine, except for the fact that ever so often you got to replace the screws. And those had never been replaced, so there was small
Yeah.
little micro leaks, not so much getting in the house, but once the metal was taken off, you could see the water spots all over the roof, and that's not good. So and I knew that was probably going on, so that's why I wanted to go to shingles, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. And I don't enjoy getting on the roof anymore. And the older you get,
Yeah.
you just don't
Yeah.
want to do it, and so we just went with shingles, and it was
Yeah.
a pretty good grade of architectural shingles. So
Hopefully.
maybe those will last a long time. I
Yeah,
hope.
maybe they'll last me and Matt the rest of our life, I reckon.
Well,
Unless
hope-
we don't want to live long. How long do they last? That's what I mean.
those are 25 or 30-year shingles.
Okay, yeah.
But by that point, if we are still alive, we don't care if it leaks or
Yeah,
not.
we won't care.
We'll let the girls worry about
Yeah,
it.
we'll let Corey and Katie worry about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that's what the mess is. In between all the rain, the men that did it, they've not got to come back and clean up some of their stuff. They're going to. But the metal, Matt's going to keep it because he wants to use it maybe to build a, what do you call it, a shed or a woodshed out of. So we'll be definitely keeping that.
And I'm going to give Daddy some of it too.
Yeah.
He wants to cover one of his, I think his pump house, so I'm going to take some of it out there and actually put it over and cover his pump house for him when I get in my spare time.
Yeah, in your spare time.
Yeah, and he lives 100 miles away,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a little bit of a chore.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can do it.
Yeah. If you've watched our videos, you've heard us often talk about the goat bluff that we live on, and we're very thankful for where we live, and we love it, and we're so thankful that Pap gave us the land, helped Matt build the house, all those kind of things. But it does make gardening and different things kind of, what would you say, challenging.
Very challenging.
Challenging. So one of the challenges is this bank behind us, if you can see. Of course, it goes from this way all the way down the driveway that way, and it's steep and rocky.
And it's got stuff growing on it.
It's got stuff growing on it. And over the years, we have to cut that stuff back. And you might say, well, why not just let it grow and live in the forest? Well, white pines grow so fast that before you know it, they're taller than your house, and they're not the sturdiest of trees,
Right.
especially on a bank like that. So then you run the risk of them falling into your home. And I can't even tell you how many times we've cut that bank back. Several times. And it's a real job. Is an understatement.
Yeah.
It'd be a real job if it was flat, if you were just doing it with, clippers and what do you use, the big
And
bush axe and things like
or
that.
a weed eater with a blade on it. It's all hard work.
Yeah,
It
but-
don't matter.
But put it on a grade like that, what would you say that grade is?
It's 45 degrees
Yeah.
easy.
Then it's even harder.
Right.
And in the first years that we lived here, we got a real first-hand look at how fast trees grow. So there was some trees. Matt, of course, took down all the trees that was real close to the house. But then there was, 2 or 3 big ones that you ended up having to cut. 2. And they just it's just like overnight. Then you realize, oh my goodness, they're so big and they're so close to the house. And Matt would even, on stormy nights, he didn't even want Corey and Katie to sleep in their room because just what if the tree fell? So finally Matt said he's done with worrying about that, and he was going to take them down, and that was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very stressful.
Very stressful.
I just got up on Saturday morning and thought, I'm worrying about that all I'm going
Yeah.
to. I'm cutting them down, and if I cut them into the house, I'll fix the house. But
Yeah.
I think the girls were gone.
Yeah, they wasn't here.
They wasn't here, and
And I went in the house, and I did not support Matt by watching him. I went in the house and went just to wait till it was over when he was going to cut.
the one wasn't, I knew I could cut it, without hitting the house, but the one was real sketchy. But it all worked out. It did fall close to the house, and actually the laps of the tree scraped the house as they went down, but it didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
But that's how close it was.
Yeah.
And if it could have went a little worse. It could have went, if I hadn't cut it right or whatever,
Yeah.
it could have 3 or 4 inches wrong in the cut, and it could have been right dead center of their bedroom.
Yeah.
But at the time, I did carpenter work all the
Yeah.
time, and I just thought to myself, if I mash the house, I'll fix it.
Yeah. And then there was so those 2, that was a relief. But then there was some other ones up higher that were gigantic. And Matt had a buddy at the time who did that for a living. He actually went all over cutting trees,
Mm-hmm.
didn't he? Anyway, so Matt got him to help, and that was again an ordeal.
Mm-hmm.
That was an ordeal, especially the one that was out there that I missed, but it was huge. The one that
Yeah, it
on
was
that.
huge.
Oh my
Big
goodness,
white
it was
pine.
big, and it shaded everything. So, but and then there was the danger of the house.
Right.
So anyway, all that to say, that's why we have to keep this bank cut back.
Yeah, we don't want to get in that shape again.
No, and it's funny back then, and if I could find that video, I'll try to put it in this video and show you. We actually videoed that big one falling. I'd come home from work. Matt got off earlier than me in those days, and him and his friend was already up here cutting. And I can't remember if Corey or Katie or whoever called and told me that I couldn't not to come up the driveway, so I went to Pap and Granny's. And me and Granny stood on the porch and watched them cut that big tree. And it made a big noise, didn't it? Yeah.
Big tree.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was an exciting day at the Pressleys. But I remember Pap told Corey and Katie, he was like, you two, you pay attention to how much work this has been, because the next time, if you don't watch it, it'll be you cutting those trees.
Mm-hmm.
So we've tried to prevent that, but he's right, someday it will be.
And we've got probably 10 or 15 more that's not going to reach
Yeah.
the house, but they shade the yard.
Shade us.
And they really need to be cut, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I want to cut them, but I'm a little fearful of cutting them because
Yeah.
it's dangerous work.
Oh yeah, it is dangerous
I'm a
work.
little more cautious than I used to be.
We're a little older too.
And I guess that's
Yeah.
what it is. I really do want to cut them, and I think I can, but there's always a chance that
Something will
you
happen.
could get hurt, and
Yeah.
that's just not something I do a lot of. So
Yeah.
for now, they're still standing.
Yeah. But we have, and usually we would have already, like this past summer, we would have cut this back. What's this been? 2 years of growth on
Yeah.
this bank? 2
Yeah.
years. So we didn't do it this past summer. A couple of things have happened, like Matt said, since the days of him and the roof, or us doing this. Well, not so much this, but the roof and cutting the trees. Is we've got older, so that's the one thing, is you're more cautious and more worried about getting hurt and all that. And God has blessed us to the point that we can actually afford to pay somebody to do some stuff, whereas before that was never ever an option of paying.
Right.
Like the gentleman that helped Matt's friend that helped him, they just traded out whatever it was. I can't remember now, something about trucks or something.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Anyway, but so we're gonna get someone to do this. One of our friends. I feel like he's family even, because I've known him since he was a little boy. But he's gonna work on it, and he's gonna clean it off, and so that'll be great for us. And what I'm most excited about, I'm gonna ask him about those trees Matt's afraid of. So even if he just cut them and pushed them, he does that for a living. That's the kind of stuff he does. So he has a whole crew of people. But I'm most excited. He told when he was telling Matt about how he would cut it, and then they would, what do you call it? That he would pick up the mess. Because then the other thing is, when you cut it, what do you do with all that? You know, again, we live on a goat bluff, so you can either pile it right in the middle of your yard or carry it way too far to pile it somewhere else.
Yeah, he said he would just reach and get it with a track hoe and put it in the dump truck and haul it out of here.
Right.
So that'd be good. That's what we need.
Yeah. But when I heard track hole, I thought, could he? Like this one bed that our blackberries are in, we actually did that during 2020 when everybody was at home and you weren't supposed to go nowhere and all that. That was one of the projects we did. And Matt did it with a mattock and shovels, and it was hard work. And our plan was, well, it turned out so good, we could do it all through this bank, you know, and then that would help. You wouldn't have to worry about the stuff growing back, but also we could grow more stuff. So I hope that Thomas can use his, what was it called again?
Track hoe.
To maybe make me a few more little ledges down through there. I've not told him that or asked him, so he may say that's not possible, but I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm dreaming about it anyway. Even if you just had 2 or 3 more like this with blueberries, or you could plant other stuff in them too. Or you could just, if you just had the flat place, you could just build a raised bed there, which that's basically what that is, and fill it in and plant whatever you wanted.
Right.
Yeah. I'm more excited about that than Matt is, though. You are glad somebody else is going to cut it back, though.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's fantastic news to Matt.
Yeah.
And to Corey and Katie. They're usually up there right with us, with all of us cutting, and it's an exhausting job.
It is.
Yeah, it takes a long time when you start all the way down there and go.
It takes days.
Yeah, and
It takes me days just because I'm slow.
well, it takes
It's
all
usually,
of us.
whatever reason, when we decide we want to do it, it's so hot.
Yeah, we usually decide in July that we're
Yeah.
going to do it,
Yeah, I
which
mean,
is
right now would be the time to
stupid.
do it, but I
Yeah.
don't want to do it now either.
Yeah, no, I know. So hopefully that's something that will happen this year. I hope. I don't know how. I doubt it'll happen before growing season. I don't know how busy he is, but
Yeah.
hopefully this summer sometime.
There's one mug. You want marshmallows? Because there's some over here.
Ladies first.
There's actually a little bit left. What the heck? I guess I'll go drink some after all. Okay. This is what I got left for marshmallows.
One's equal.
I don't need any.
You don't want
marshmallows.
none?
No, I don't need any. So we finished our work, and Katie got out her little stove. She's got a new stove and made us some hot chocolate. Tastes pretty good.
It is
Very
pretty
good.
Especially nice since it's kind of cool outside and tastes good after doing. We didn't do much work, but a little bit of work. You like your new stove, Katie?
It's fun. It's cool because you can just stop, drop anywhere and use it. And
Yeah.
it packs so thin. If you had a really big cargo pants, you could.
Put it in your pants and carry it.
Good.
I mean, that's the cool thing, is it's so light and so packable. It's fun. I have little pans too. You could cook yourself something in a little pan.
Yep.
Like turkey bacon is what I'd cook probably, or fire yourself up, make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be good. We go good with the hot chocolate.
Good.
Pretty cool.
So we did a really hard prune on our blueberry bushes. We'd not pruned them in how many years, Matt?
All of them.
No, we have before, but it's been a long time.
I
But
don't remember it.
it's one of those things that you think you'll do and then you forget, and then it's too warm, and then you think I'll do that next year, and then you forget and it's too warm. And anyway, so we may not have many blueberries this year. We pruned so hard, but I think overall it will really help the plants in the future. May not be this year, but in the coming years. Feels good though to get those things done. Matt still has to do the apple trees, and I want to do the raspberry bed, which is not really, we just only had those about 2 years, but they've got overgrown with other stuff.
Yeah.
What about the grapes?
Grapes, I don't know if our grapes are really big enough to prune. I guess they are though, those, especially these down here. I guess we need to do that. I'm thinking of those out there, the two that we just planted last year, but I guess these down here, you're right.
Yeah, we pruned them last year, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've pruned them several times in the past, but I think then we moved them, remember?
Yeah.
And then we didn't prune them after that, but I guess you're right, they need to be pruned too.
You like the little cups?
Yeah, these
cool
are
right
nice.
there.
They remind me of Tupperware, the Tupperware coffee cups Granny used to have, like in orange and gold and green and red maybe.
Yeah.
Like harvest colors, that was big when I was a kid.
It's because you were old.
I know. I don't remember them ever drinking coffee out of them, but us kids would drink out of them, milk or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe hot chocolate.
It's pretty good. And it's so easy to make. I mean, you just throw the milk in. And
Yeah.
of course, if you were going to be out somewhere, you'd have had to have taken milk with you.
Yeah. Or you could use water. People that like hot chocolate with water.
I don't even know that I've ever had it with water, to be honest. If I've only ever really drank it here, then that means I've really only
I
ever had
feel
it
the
with
same
milk.
way about that as I do hot tea. I think it tastes like a barn stall.
It just seems to me like if you were going to do chocolate, you would want it to be in something a little bit more, I don't know, a different consistency than water. But, I mean, it doesn't matter, but...
But that would be easier to take with you. Or you could get water from wherever you were at. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you had a Grail or a Life Straw or something, you could purify you some water like that. Which, of course, if you got it real hot for hot chocolate, it'd probably be good anyway. But
Has anybody used their Life Straw? I got them for Christmas.
I got mine in my pack. I've not used it yet.
I haven't used it yet, but I also have mine in my pack, so. I was gonna drink some water from the creek through it. See what happens.
Test it out.
Which is good.
Did you put marshmallows in yours?
Yeah, I do have marshmallows in mine.
It's really good.
I swear everything cooked over a fire tastes better.
Yeah, anything you eat outside, even if it's not over a fire, if you're just eating out like a picnic, it just seems like it tastes so much better. It's all the fresh air. A lot awakens your taste buds or something.
I don't know, there's something to it though.
There go some of your crow buddies, Katie.
Yeah, they're coming for the hot
The
chocolate.
buzzard
Yeah,
right there.
they're chasing the buzzard off, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry folks, sorry birds, there's not enough hot chocolate for you and I'm not sharing even if I had enough. I don't want you getting hot chocolate. Sometimes the crows will chase a hawk until the hawk turns around on it. I've seen them do that.
Yep. Good stuff, Kate.
Here, you want a little bit more? I've
Now
got a
go
little
over
bit
and
left.
whip me up a steak.
Yeah. Yeah, see
Well,
if
I
you
got
can
my
cook a
little
steak
pan.
on that little thing.
Look, here, just a little
Feed
bit
us for
more.
supper.
Come on.
I'm drink it.
No,
I mean, if you
I'm
don't
not
want
to
it, I
drink
will,
it
but
all.
I don't want to drink all yours.
Get you some marshmallows. There you go. Want some more, Mama?
Go ahead.
I was making Nick drink all hot chocolate. Because I did this with me and Nick made some hot chocolate, and I was like, here you go. It's like, you not want to eat it? I was like, well.
It is good. Now that we've got fresh air and drunk something warm, we'll all be wanting to go take a nap.
Yeah, take a bath and go to bed.
Yeah.
It's bedtime. It ain't even supper time.
It's the nappingest people I've ever seen.
Maybe a good nap is just really good. I hardly ever get to take a nap, but I
I
did
don't
take
even
one
usually
at
nap.
Granny's when I stayed with her this week. I did take one.
I know, because I went down there and I was like, Granny, is Mama asleep? Yeah, she's going to take a nap. And I was like, should we be talking this loud? Because she probably isn't going to be taking a nap. No, she'll sleep through it. And I was like, are you sure? And she just kept on to talk. I was like, all right.
I slept through it. When you're little, you don't want to take a nap. You fight it. Katie used to. And then when you get
Oh, I hated
big,
it.
I used to tell her, I wish somebody would make me, tell me it's nap time. I had to. Now you're like that too, right? You wish
Yeah.
you could go back to those days
Yeah,
of me
I'm
trying to
like,
make you
really?
take a nap.
I would have loved to go back to just all you had to do is just take a nap. That would be so easy. Like nap time at school, man, where they forced you to lay down on your mat and sleep. We hated it. We fought it. And I'm like, why? It would be great now.
Somebody make you lay down and rest. We say, you'll have to tell us if you say this too, so if I did, like if Katie and Granny talking had woke me up, I would say, I didn't get my nap out, so I'm tired.
I would have said I didn't get my nap in.
What?
I would have never said I didn't get my nap
We
out.
say
I would
nap
only
out,
ever say
don't
I
we,
didn't get a
Dad?
nap in today. So,
You don't know.
well, I mean, that's just what.
It means you didn't finish it. I would say, Corey and Katie didn't get their nap out today, and they're just really tired and
I'm
cranky.
saying I didn't get my sneeze out, so now my head hurts.
Okay, well, you'll have to clarify if you've heard get your nap out or if...
I think I'm with her. I would have to say nap in.
Nap in?
I've always literally.
Didn't get it in.
No.
You
You
don't
didn't
get it
in
out.
time.
I got it out.
You didn't get
your
it
nap
in.
out.
You didn't fit it into the schedule of your day. Like, you always see, like, little kids, like, you know, whoever's kids will be like, oh, they didn't get their nap in today, and so if they're extra bad, that's
no,
why.
but nap out means you didn't get it all. You went to sleep to take your nap, but you didn't finish it.
You're losing.
Somebody woke you
You're
up.
losing just because
You're definitely losing. That's just wrong.
Oh, God.
your brain is wired backward or something.
No.
It is backwards. It had to be.
It's like getting it out, and I'm going to get it out of my purse and use it.
I'm going to get this nap out of my purse and use it, and I'll be awake in a little while.
I don't know where y'all have been, but that's what
I
we
know.
say.
We've been in reality. That's where we've been.
In, keyword in.
Yes, ain't been out. Been in.
I've not been
My whole
out of
family
reality.
says.
No, Mom, I've literally never heard anybody say that.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you've said it.
Oh, yeah. I say it all the time.
Well, you have.
That's how I would
wonderful
say
ability.
it. I wouldn't say it no other way.
You have the ability of inserting the wrong words in the sentence, just like some of your other family members.
I do it too.
Thanks.
I've done it. I know
But it's
I have.
cool. I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Keeps you
It
entertained.
provides entertainment for the
Yeah.
rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely say I didn't get a nap in today. Which I never nap. I always say I'm going to, and then I don't. And then sometimes I won't even go to bed. It'll be like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, why am I still working? I don't even go to bed till like I would say the same thing. Oh man, I just didn't get enough sleep in.
Didn't get enough sleep out.
No, I wouldn't say sleep out, but I would say nap out.
Oh, okay. So
There's difference.
There's these
Yeah, there's
invisible rules
difference.
that none of us knows but you. Is that
right.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
Like I would say, I didn't get my. Oh man, I didn't get that sneeze out, and now I feel like I got to sneeze for 2 hours if it doesn't come out at the right time. Like
Well,
that
makes
sense.
sense.
Why are
Yeah.
we talking about this?
I don't know. Whatever.
Because I started it because I'm always wanting to talk about Appalachian language, always. Even when people disagree with me. Well, we've had a really good day, and we hope that you have too. We hope, as always, that you'll continue to drop back by and help us celebrate Appalachia. As the summer gets closer and closer, it'll be more and more gardening, but we're already excited about the things that we're doing today in the garden.
Bye. Catch you on the flip side. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll get your nap out today.
Yeah.